Hi, my name's Wald Hayes. I teach AP Computer Science here at Annalee, and if you're watching this, hopefully you're in the right place. I used to give parents a chance to leave the room when we were in person at this point. Like, are you in the wrong room? Anyway, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to switch over to my slide deck, and I'll come back so you can see my face again in a minute. But so this is AP Computer Science. It's fifth period in our virtual world. Here's a little bit about me. This is my 17th year at Annalee. I was a math teacher for more than the first half of my time here, but about 8 years ago, I started teaching our beginning computer programming class. And 5 years ago, I started teaching Project Make, and then this class, AP Computer Science. So this is our most advanced programming class that we have here. And now those are all the classes that I teach. So I'm not actively teaching math right now. So before teaching, I worked for 14 years at a Bay Area software company. And I started out as employee number 3 doing quality assurance work and ended up managing all product development. So I left the company on my own initiative because I wanted to be a math teacher. It was something I always had wanted to try. And thankfully, I love my job. I like working with kids, and I love working at Annalee. So my 2 sons that are now 22 and 24 went through Annalee several years ago. So this is AP Computer Science. It's a fascinating, challenging, and fun class where students learn how to program in Java. Java is one of the most important computer programming languages in the industry now. Regardless of where students enter the class, they're going to end up finishing with a strong understanding of computer programming. Students who succeed are motivated, able to work independently, and apply themselves to the class. So this is the second year of me teaching with the College Board who runs the AP program around the world. They revised their curriculum for this class, and last year was the first year with the new curriculum, and this year is our second year. So I'm more comfortable with the layout of everything. I don't know where it says it in my notes, but last year I was happy that 3/4 of my students passed the AP exam with a 3 or better. So that's a pretty good result. In past years, I've had close to that level, and definitely 2/3 of my students have passed for several, the most recent several years. So in May, students will take the official AP exam from the College Board. Students need to say in their AP Classroom College Board account if they're planning to take the AP test, because the school has to order tests for students this fall. And students are not required to take the AP test, though. Just because they're in my class doesn't mean they have to take the test. But they do have to decide in the next couple of weeks if they're going to take the test or not. And if they do say they're going to take the test, they need to pay $95 to the school to pay for the test. And there is financial help available for families that are on the free and reduced lunch program. So if that fits your bill, that you contact the office or have your student contact the office for help getting the test at no charge. If students choose not to take the test, then I'll be giving them a final exam that will count for their grade. So they're still going to have to work hard in the class. I record our notes. When we do notes, I record the video and I post my slide decks and the videos along with assignments in our Google Classroom. I accept late work without penalty up to big milestones like the test. Or the end of a quarter, that kind of thing. So, for example, we have a test tomorrow, the 25th of September, and I told my students, I've been telling them for a couple of weeks now, any late work so far for this semester, they can turn in up to the time of the test. So that's 5th period tomorrow, 11:40. The idea being you want to do that work to help you get ready for the test, not do it afterwards after you've sadly failed the test because you didn't do the work ahead of time. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. Our routine is like this. Tuesdays we have a Zoom class at 11:40 for 80 minutes. I'm usually introducing new material. We record the notes, I post the slides and the video, and then we do practice and different assignments in class. and for most of our classes, Zoom classes, we've gone the whole time. I have had students say, Mr. Hayes, I've finished everything. Can I go? And I say yes. So I am trying to keep students on for the most part, though, so that they can ask questions. And what they do is, I'll show you, but there's a place where in our Zoom, well, I can't show you that part, but there's a place in Zoom where they can post a link to their project, and I can look at their actual code that they're working on, and then help them, troubleshoot if it's not working. Wednesdays, I give an asynchronous assignment, and that's due Wednesday at midnight, and I post the assignment in the morning before 8, and students can email me during the day if they're stuck on something, and sometimes I'll post a video that helps them with the assignment. So I usually try to keep that real simple in the line of like a little review. Sometimes it involves some new material. This week it was a bunch of review because they have a test on Friday. So anyway, I think today, this week, the Wednesday work was more substantial than normal because of the test. But this is an AP class. It's not I don't assign homework normally, but this week, Wednesday, I definitely gave a bigger chunk of work appropriately to get students ready for the test that we're going to do on Friday. So, and then Fridays, we do a regular Zoom class, just like the Tuesday class. So here's some more information. The main hub for our class is the Google Classroom, and I post assignments and other info there, but also I post a lot of things on my website, dogatemyhomework.com, and I use the Aries portal for grades, and I update grades at least once a week. I'm going to start sending out an email once a week to let you know when grades are updated. If you want to receive that email, fill out the Google form that should be included with this video link on the Back to School PDF. The best way to contact me is by email, since my school phone just goes to voicemail. I'm working from home. And I want to show you how things work. The Google Classroom, the AP Classroom, CodingBat, and REPL, where we're currently doing our coding. So I'm going to close this. And, oh, I'm back. I wasn't expecting that. All right, so there's this thing. I've logged in already. There's a thing called AP Classroom from the College Board. And if your students enrolled in more than one AP class, they'd have a section for each of their classes. But the number one way I use this is for something called progress checks, and I will assign a progress check to students. And for example, we just did the Unit 2 progress check A. We started that on Monday. And I guess when I click here, it's going to show me the problems. I'm going to click back out. I meant to see results without calling out any particular students. But I'll show you this right here. I can see on my dashboard that 3 students have not completed this yet. 11 students completed it and did great. 9 did okay. 10 did, we need some help. And 3 did not so well. And as I said, 3 did not finish it yet. This was assigned on Tuesday during class, and hey, so you might be thinking, how is my kid going to get help with that when it was assigned Tuesday and they're doing a test on Friday? And I will tell you, I posted a video where I worked through every single problem on it. In fact, I'll show you. Anyway, I posted a link to that video on the Google Classroom, but here I'm just popping over to YouTube. Lord help us, YouTube. But anyway, I have right here, multiple choice questions A, help video. It's 27 minutes long. 4 students have watched it. That's great. I would feel better if more students had watched it. But my idea there is I work through the entire problem set. So a student who missed one problem could go find that problem in that video and watch the 1 minute when I'm going over that one problem and get the help they need. They also are able to send me emails and get help that way. So a couple other things I wanted to show you. There's a website we use called CodingBat, where students get a series of problems in all different areas where I assign them like, hey, I want you to do these particular 5 problems under string 1, which we just did, these ones with the check marks. And what happens is students write a little bit of code here and they press go, and then over here it tells them, hey, you did it. So I'll make it so it fails. So if it doesn't work, then it tells them what they were expecting and what actually happened, and then they can make corrections. And then I'm able to see from a teacher dashboard who's finished what and where they're at. So this is something we use for practice. And then the core of our class, the place where we spend the most time, is this thing called REPL, REPL.IT, and all of your students have an account on it already. And this is, for example, the program I assigned this week on the Wednesday asynchronous assignment. And I gave them a program as a shell and asked them to, I gave them the instructions for the program down here. Part 1, I want you to do this. Part 2, part 3. And I gave them some code at the top that was going to set the context for the assignment. This one asks the user to enter a string, which is a piece of text. In my example, I used the word spooky and the word cat. And then what's going to happen is the instructions said, I want you to take the first half of the word spooky and then put cat after it, and then put the second half of the word spooky. So it ends up with spookatakaki. And so it also is going to ask for a lower number and a higher number. And then, so it does spookakaki. And then I also wanted it to print out, it had to calculate a random number between the 2 numbers that we gave inclusive. So this is just an example. If there's an error in the program, I'll make the program not work. You get an error message and it tells you where the error is. And then students using this program, they're able to, there's the share button up here. They're able to get a share link that allows me to see and edit their program, and they can email me that link. And so I had students email me yesterday on Wednesday when they were working on this program saying, Mr. Hayes, I'm stuck on part 3, and then I was able to help them. And that kind of thing can happen, anytime. I can't say I read my email all the time, but during the day I'm online reading my email. So I guess I erased my message here. I said on here, thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions or concerns, email me, and I'm looking forward to a great year. So here's a picture of me at the end. I love this class. It's very exciting. I love teaching programming. I'm excited when your students are excited to learn this skill. And I mean, your kids are already in the class, so you don't need a big pitch, but programming is useful anywhere, in almost any field in life. I have students, former students from this class who went on and went to 4-year college and studied economics, and in their econ classes, they were the one who was like, oh, don't worry, I know how to program, because they had a group project where they had to do a little bit of programming and everyone else was scared. So it's a great skill to learn, even if you don't think, oh, I want to be a computer software engineer. You can apply these skills in almost any field. Anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, and I hope you and your whole family and are doing safe in this crazy time. So thanks for watching the video all the way to the end. You're a winner. Thanks.